Hey, good day, guys and girls. It's Jesse Daly. Now we have Tropical Storm Erin. My friends, I am definitely a little concerned about what's going on right now, simply because of the uncertainty of where this storm could go and the intensity that it could reach. Let's take a quick look at what's going on. As most of you on this channel know, I am based here in the Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, right by Puerto Rico, and unfortunately, right near where some uncertainty is happening with this storm track. Um, as of 2 p.m. On well, actually, this advisory came out around 11 a.m. On Monday, August 11th. This Invest 97L, which is what this system was being designated, has now been upgraded to a tropical storm, Tropical Storm Erin, the fifth named cyclone of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. According to the Hurricane Center, the system will encounter some unfavorable conditions, at least initially, which is why we see the storm, staying as a staying as a tropical storm for a while before then ramping up into a hurricane, and then ultimately potentially a major hurricane. Major hurricane is Category 3 or higher. So let's take a quick look at what we can expect. Actually, let's take a look at the satellite image of what's going on across the Atlantic. And this satellite image is courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com. Here we go for all of you. This is what we're looking at out here. This cluster of storms that's moved off the right to the west of the Cape Verde Islands. So this storm will continue to move on a westerly track, maybe dip a little bit south, and then kind of hopefully up and around and out to sea. That's what we're hoping, obviously, because this can change though. There's also a couple of other areas in the Atlantic that are being monitored, but nothing super intense at this point. I will point out that after Tropical Storm Erin moves across, there is another tropical wave behind it that could also be a threat potentially to certain areas, including the Caribbean. So let's take a very quick look here at what is some of the other areas that the National Hurricane Center is watching across the Atlantic basin. This is I'm doing this in real time here for you all, so apologize for the delay. This is the update as of 10:44 a.m. We have Tropical Storm Erin, of course, and we have these two other areas across the Atlantic basin that have a low chance of development. This area in the northwestern Atlantic could potentially threaten areas up by Newfoundland and that area, but really nothing major or significant going on, except, of course, Tropical Storm Erin. Now let's look over in the eastern Pacific real quick. We've got Hurricane Henriette, which is passing north of the Hawaiian Islands, and we have post-tropical cyclone Evo, which really should not be much of an issue moving forward. So, my friends, right now, if you are in the Atlantic Basin, you're specifically in the Caribbean, right now is the time to really get prepared just in case something happens, moves closer. Listen, there's been some comparison to the track of Hurricane Irma in 2017 to this storm. I don't think it's a good idea to necessarily compare or look into it too much because things can change so quickly, but I do understand the concern. But in general, we just need to be prepared in the event that things change, and they do change quickly. See, what concerns me personally in this is this little dip, because listen, we're at 17 north latitude in the Virgin Islands on St. Croix. Currently, the system is right around there, but then it dips a little south, as we can see in the track, and then comes back up. That is similar in some regards to what happened with Hurricane Irma in 2017. That was a Category 5 hurricane that moved across the U.S. Virgin Islands and areas of the Caribbean. So the concern is, of course, valid and understandable, but right now we just have to go with some of the uncertainty and just be prepared. Stock up on what you need. If you have, I'll leave a list. I leave lists in my videos about things that I use throughout hurricane season, including just bottled water. Because listen, like, you drink it anyway. If even if you don't use it during like a storm. You just drink the water, right? So it's good to have on hand anyway, and you're not like fighting to find it if at the last minute. So things like that, canned goods, non-perishables, just to have on hand. It's always good to have on hand. My friends, I really hope you stay safe out there. I'll keep you posted on what's happening, and I will be here in the Caribbean throughout hurricane season, keeping you posted throughout videos. And of course, if this gets anything gets crazier, I will be sure to do even more videos. I'll have another video, by the way, tomorrow on Tuesday, an updated version of this, the Global Tropics Hazards Outlook, which should definitely indicate some more areas that the Climate Prediction Center is watching for potential development. This was released last week, and I mean, it's pretty spot on, actually. So I love this product. It gives us a good idea of what we can potentially expect. Again, things can change. Follow the forecast regularly. Stay safe. And as always, I will keep an eye on the tropical skies, come rain or shine.